Mm. Hey guys, welcome to Hunky's World. Tomorrow I have my shot, so I don't know what time everything's gonna be done tomorrow. I do want to check something though. Oh shoot. Uh, Hold on, guys. Hey guys, I'm back again. Okay, so I haven't started yet, really. I'm supposed to go to the Historical Society next Tuesday, and I have an appointment. Dang it. It's a telehealth, but it's at 1:30. So if I can get home for 1:30, excuse me, I can manage that. Today I had planned for us genealogy video. I think that video is going to be, let me work on that. That's my Forbes line. Talking about doing a medical genealogy and showing you some of the things I've gathered on some of the people in order to do a medical genealogy. So I think that's where we're going with that today. And I don't know. What other video we're going to do, but we are going to do that. And I'll show you and sort of give you an idea of how that works. I think we're going to do that at the table, because once again, more work. So, I was just watching a show actually about women in certain states with complete abortion bans. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't consider there needs to be abortion. To me, if your baby is already gone or cannot survive whatever their situation is in the womb, that's not an abortion. To me, that's simply removing what's already passed away or about to pass away inside of you. You can't have something living die inside of you, with the possible exception of a parasite, a bacteria, or a virus, and not have it kill you in the process. I mean, those things we kill. But if you have something that is already gone, most of these women, their pregnancies, the baby's already gone. So what was the point in, and one of the doctors said something interesting. He said, there is no equivalent in men's health care. And he's right. There is no equivalent in men's health care. If you already know that your child isn't going to make it, and you have the choice of saving your wife, you're going to save your wife versus the child that you've never met, you've never held, you've never, you know what I mean? Are you going to be devastated? Of course. So, in fact, I was very sick myself as a baby. And my mother lost a baby when I was 4 years old. And the doctor said, and she decided to have her tubes tied. And of course, back then my father had to say it was okay with him. It's her body. They're her fallopian tubes. But anyway, so, and the doctor said, what if you only have one child? What if something happens to her? Would you want to have another child? She said, I couldn't replace my kid. So, knowing that I was not well up until about the age of 5 or 6, I wasn't well. And he knew that. But she was able to have the procedure, and there were no more children. And I grew up. Anyway, so yeah, it bothers me that this is falling under abortion, because to me it's not abortion. If your baby dies inside you, you find out your baby, in one case the baby had no lungs at all. In a couple of cases, the amniotic fluid completely drained. So therefore the baby had no more. Basically the baby was being evicted because all the amniotic fluid came out. Remove said baby before it decomposes, because it's not going to survive. If you're 15 weeks pregnant, that's 4 months, okay? And all of your amniotic fluid is gone, guess what? That baby's not big enough to survive. 4, 8, 12, yeah, 4 months. Well, that would be 16 weeks. That would be 16 weeks for 4 months. So it'd be 3 and 3/4 months or whatever. The point is, not enough for any kind of viability. You couldn't deliver a baby at that stage. And that's basically what's happening when you lose all of the amniotic fluid. I remember my mother telling me a story when I was living with understanding. My aunt, in between my two cousins, that'll work. Okay, we're gonna do 10 to 1. I'm gonna write that down on the board. Became pregnant in between her two girls, and she had a miscarriage, which, unfortunately happens. What they didn't know was it was twins. There was another baby in there, dying and decomposing. She almost died. Today she would have, in most states. Not in this state, thankfully. Because in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we don't have restrictions. But in many states, she would have died. Usually, and I don't know why they didn't, but when you have a miscarriage, they make sure what they call the products of conception are out, and if they're not all out, they do what's called a D&C, a dilation curettage, where they dilate and they clean everything up. The older ladies used to call it a dusting and cleaning. And yes, I've had one. I think the majority of women over 40 have had at least one. It's a common procedure in obstetrics and gynecology. And I would think that they could get away with writing it on the books as a D&C, because it is such a common procedure, and no one would question it in those states. Possibly. I don't know. It's just my thought. Sometimes I talk in these daily journals, and it's not really about me. So, but yes, on Tuesday, I will be at the Historical Society from 10 to 1, and then at 1:30 I have my telehealth appointment with infectious disease. So things are going to be a little crazy Tuesday. So let's go put that on the board. There we go. Written in. That was funny. I went to put my pen back up and it went zoop. So yeah, that'll work. 10 to 1. Finally back to work. I am finally back to work. But it's not work. Let me make that clear. It's volunteer. It's fun. but I take it seriously. So anyway, so in the next video, we'll talk about how to do a medical genealogy, which can be very important in a lot of families. So, but thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me. God bless you, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Mwah. Bye, guys.